Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, Sweet the Queen DIY. Thank you guys for tuning in and clicking on this video. I hope you guys are doing well. So today I'm taking this ordinary dish rack and turning it into a beautiful retro looking chandelier, using my grandmother's chimes, by the way. So if you want to see how I did this, stay tuned you guys. So here I'm taking some cardboard pieces from a box, then I'm poking holes and wrapping them around the chandelier, and I'm using these zip ties to hold them in place. So I'm putting the zip ties into the holes that I made. I was using some pre-cut flaps from a cardboard box. You guys, I really didn't measure, which I really should have and were supposed to, but you guys definitely measure your pieces to be like accurate, because I kind of like winged this. It may not look like it, but I kind of did. So I'm doing the other side and I'm poking holes and putting the zip ties through that way. So now I'm taking the two ends and I'm gluing them closed, which I should have. Also, I was going to put a piece to like make the bend come around the metal piece, which I didn't add the piece. You see the white piece right there on the little table slab. It was supposed to extend the cardboard pieces, but I was like, oh, they touched, but I still should have added it because I wanted the cardboard to be around the rim bottom of the metal piece, and it ended up some of it going inside. Now I'm taking this gold contact paper and putting it around the cardboard on the outside. Again, you guys, terrible job not measuring. Well, actually I did measure the contact paper, but then it didn't line up with the cardboard correctly, so I had to end up going through and trimming some. The contact paper was giving me a little bit of trouble. It wasn't that sticky. It wasn't sticking good, so I had to go back in with some glue, some hot glue. It also was giving me trouble as far as like symmetry lining up with the cardboard, so I had to eventually ended up cutting a piece into going back just so the cardboard lined up nice with it. I may go in later on and like change the cardboard design, and you know, it'll be like a different color instead of the gold contact paper. It'll be something else. I'll probably change the design entirely one of these days. So here, finally, after some trimmings, I finally got the oval, the rack oval how I wanted it, you know, symmetrical with, you know, the cardboard and the gold. So now I'm taking some masking tape and I'm going to put the masking tape on the top and the bottom. So when I spray paint the inside of the chandelier, it's not on the contact paper. Now I'm spray painting the inside of the chandelier silver. I was going for like a gold and silver kind of theme because my living room is like beige and it has gray and browns. They're like really interesting. So, you know, gold and silver goes together sometimes, you know. So I've spray painted the inside gold, shiny gold. Metallic silver, I meant. I spray painted the inside metallic silver because the outside had the gold contact paper on it. So here I'm taking some silver mirror reflective paper and I'm putting it on a piece of cardboard, which is going to be the background for my lights. These lights were really nice. They had the silver strip on it, so I was like, it would go on some silver mirror reflective paper. I got them from Amazon and I like them because they were battery operated with the remote. There were 6 in a pack and it came with 2 remotes. This mirror reflective paper is very sticky. I didn't need any glue I didn't need to add any hot glue to it. Then I took the scissors and cut it into size and then trimmed off the excess white. Then on the other side I put gold reflective paper, which I used glue on this side but forgot to use glue on the other side because it seemed like it had stick well, but it didn't. So definitely judge the backing, the stickiness of your paper, you guys. You might need to add hot glue or you might not. I then used hot glue to stick the sticky pads on that came with the lights. And then I used my E6000 glue and hot glue to glue the lights to the sticky pads, which I probably should have X'd out the sticky pads and glued the lights directly to the mirror reflective paper. But I said, well, hey, you know, they're in the pack. Here are all of the lights glued on. They're battery operated, they screw off real easy, and they take 3 AAA batteries. So here I'm cutting the ends of the zip ties that held the cardboard on and removing the masking tape from the top and the bottom of the chandelier, what's becoming of it. So now I'm going to take this bling wrap and put it on the top of the chandelier, like on top of the cardboard rim, I guess, so to speak. And that's what I'm using to cover the cardboard at the top of the chandelier, which is the side of the cardboard. So here I flipped the chandelier over, and now at the bottom of the chandelier I'm putting a gold diamond wrap along the rim of the bottom of the chandelier, and that's going to be the design for the bottom. As I was finished with that, I put the batteries in the lights and tested it out. I liked how it worked with the remote. These lights, they can go from 30, 40, 50%, 10% lighting like that. Then I flipped it back over to finish putting the bling wrap onto the chandelier. Diamond wrap, not bling wrap. So here I'm trying to figure out which wrap I would like to use for the top to cover the gold at the top. And I chose this one. I'm using my East 6000 glue and some hot glue to put the gold bling wrap onto the gold contact paper at the top. So here are my grandmother's chimes. I took them off a chandelier, old chandelier in her house, and I decided to use them. Here they are, all cleaned up and washed off. This golden black bowl was hers as well. And I'm also taking this T400, it's like Fisher line string, and I cut them into individual pieces. Now again, you guys, I didn't exactly measure. I just decided a length that was good, and I just cut multiple strips and I started tying them to the chimes individually. I left the sound on, you guys, because I wanted you guys to hear the sound that the chime makes. And my grandmother used to hate it when we used to touch her chandelier. She used to hear it from upstairs. So now I'm taking the chimes that I individually tied and I'm tying them to the chandelier one by one. And here I am, you guys. This was like a tedious process. I'm still tying the chimes on to the chandelier. I was very happy with how the process was coming along. They were, and I still had a few more to add on, and I put the rest on to get that full chandelier effect. I still like the other bling wrap that I didn't use, so I decided to cut that into individuals and glue them on top of where I tied the string. So it doubled as a design and a camouflage to the string, even though the string is clear and it wasn't really, noticeable. So I just took these individuals and glued them to where I tied the strings onto the rack. And this was how it looked when it was finished, and also all the chimes that are on there. Now I'm taking a long, again you guys, I did not measure. I took a long piece of string, probably arm length, and I took 3, so 12 strings altogether, so I can braid them and make 4. So I made 4 of these, and I put them into each of the corners that were on the rack. So I thought because it was like plastic string, I was going to be able to burn them together, melt them, and twist them. Wrong. I even brought out my little hot glove, and I was completely wrong. It did not melt properly, so I had to take zip ties, and being that it melted enough to where it made the string not straight, I was able to use the zip ties to grip the corners of the string, and it was able to hold like that. I also took these hooks, 4 hooks of these, and drilled them into the ceiling to hang up the chandelier with the 4 strings. Now here you guys, at first the chandelier was kind of long. As you can see, the chimes are covering my family photo in the back of it, and well, that's in the back of it. So I decided to switch it up and make the strings shorter by doubling them. The lights are still working properly, even though the chandelier is hung up. The lights are still working from a good distance with the remote. The lights can go dimmer and they can get brighter as well. So here you can see where the strings were very long and my family photo couldn't be seen through the chimes from the back or underneath the chimes, but then after, when I doubled the string, the family photo can be seen and the chandelier looks up, like it's much higher, which made it look better. It's so nice to be able to create something that that was my grandmother's, you know, to recreate using her chimes, and I'm definitely grateful to be able to do that. And here also is how it looks in the dark, well, at nighttime with the lights off. And that was my little baby giving me a compliment, and you know what they say that kids tell the truth. So she said it looks nice, then it looks nice. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button.